Hello, Homestead, and please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Drake White.
And I'm Bailey Hauser.
On today's edition of HHS In Depth, Matt Hamilton talks with new principal Mr. Ginder to learn more about his background.
Justin Vasquez talks to Mr. Kintz about the new parking lot policy.
And the new 2013-2014 Student Section athletic shirts are for sale.
All of that and more on the inaugural episode of HHS In Depth for Friday, August 23rd.
The new school year also brings a new principal this year. HHS In Depth reporter Matt Hamilton sat down with Mr. Ginder to learn more about who he is and where he has come from.
Mr. Ginder, you're the new principal, but you're also a new employee to Homestead High School, having never been an administrator or a teacher at Southwest Allen County Schools before. Since you're new, I think all of the student body is just wanting to know, who is Mr. Ginder?
Who is Mr. Ginder? That's a good question. I've been around in education for about 28 years. Was a teacher, art teacher, drawing, computer graphics, and photography, and spent 16 years in Fort Wayne Community Schools, then went to Carroll High School as an administrator for 9, and then the last 2 years was at DeKalb High School as the principal. I've got 4 kids, went to Ball State University, and then bounced around to some other schools doing grad work, and I guess that's kind of a picture of who I am.
I think the biggest fear of a new principal for students is what rules will he change that will affect them. Can you tell us what your philosophy is as principal and what plans you have for your tenure at Homestead High School?
You know, I don't see us changing a lot of rules right away, but maybe enforcing them differently than they were in the past. Be real attentive to being in class on time, no matter whether it's first period or going to 5th, 6th, 7th period. That's going to be a big thing. Being late to school or tardy, and your attendance is going to be a big deal. And then obviously we've talked and stressed a little bit about dress code and dress code violations and so forth. Those might be some points of emphasis, but to be honest, as you're going about your day and moving throughout the building, you take care of business and everything's going to be just fine.
What are your thoughts on the first week of school so far? Is Homestead like you pictured it?
First week of school so far I think has been outstanding. Obviously now we're deep into the second week of school. It's Friday, you're seeing this, and things are going really well. My impressions of Homestead are pretty much exactly the way that it's played out. Everybody's helpful. Students have been great. I've got to know quite a few of you and got a chance to shake some hands and so forth, but I really sense a place of community, and we've got so many great things to build on.
Thank you, Mr. Ginder. I'm Matt Hamilton reporting for HHS In Depth. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Matt. Students, if your laptop is in for repairs, please check the board outside the IMC for your name. There are a number of laptops ready for pickup.
The Helen P. Brown Natatorium is hiring lifeguards. They offer flexible hours and a starting pay of $8.98 per hour. Training is provided, but applicants must be able to pass a swim test to be eligible. Apply in person at the Natatorium Monday to Friday between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. Increase your chances of being hired by applying today. However, applications will be accepted through Friday, August 30th. If you would like more information, please contact Todd Bollinger at 467-2660.
One person can make a difference, and everyone should try. A quote by John F. Kennedy. If you identify with this quote, you're not alone. Please join us for an informational meeting about Homestead's new club called The Network. Please join us Monday, August 26th in Art Room 108 after school until 3:30. We are a network of teachers and students uniting to create a culture of kindness, compassion, and acceptance. We look forward to seeing you there.
The biggest change between this year and last year is the new parking lot. HHS In-Depth reporter Justin Vasquez talked with Mr. Kintz about how the new parking policy has been going so far.
So, Mr. Kintz, the new parking lots are now open, and so how have those gone so far this year?
So far, I couldn't be happier with it, to tell you the truth. Reason being, for starters, when the tennis courts were taken out and they built the new parking lots, they were built in close proximity to the school. A lot of those spots are even closer than where some of the students would park in the old, which still exists, senior lot. So that helps us out quite a bit, but there was over 150 new spots created. as a result of that. And what we've seen thus far is that some of the lots that were utilized last year, and I'm referring to the lot at the south end of the football field, in which we may have as many as 75 cars parked on any given day. And I had just showed you guys the camera today. There's only one car out there today. So that's proving to us that kids are getting an opportunity to park much closer to the building. And in turn, I think that helps out with tardies and attendance, late arrivals, truancies, things of that nature, where kids are getting into the building quicker because they don't have to have that extra walk. So it's much shorter walk from that aspect. So I knew the first couple days it would be a little bit hectic. We had a couple officers out there to help out, and you do have to follow specific routes to get into those newer lots. But I think so far the students have started to figure it out, and they're kind of figuring out the spot where they want to park in the morning. A pecking order, so to speak, has been created, and students, based upon the time that they're arriving at school, are finding areas that they know they'll find a space available for them. So
There has also been another complaint that there are more parking spots available in the parking lots in front of door 1, which is out in the front. So what are those used for?
The lot that's in front of the building on the far east side has always been designated for staff parking and staff parking only. It wouldn't be advantageous for a student to park there anyway, based upon door number 1 is not accessible for students in the morning to come through to enter the building. We basically open every other door to the building that they can access the far north side of the building for the bus lot. Those students come in through the buses. There's about 8 doors on that side, as well as the freshman academy that they can enter. And then as you come around to the south side of the building, which is student parking, the doors along that side, door 4, door 7, those are the primary traffic areas that the students would want to come through. So even parking it by door 1 would put you somewhat out of the way in consideration as to where the new lots are. So it really wouldn't be advantageous to students anyway. So, and then also the aspect in looking from a safety and a security standpoint, that we want to keep the lots segregated, so to speak, where students are all parking amongst students and the staff are parking amongst staff. So that does help. We also have staff parking out in front of the freshman academy as well, and that's done for the same reason. The only entrance point over there is door 26, and the bus doors on that side. So.
Thank you, Mr. Kentz. I'm Dustin Vasquez. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Dustin. Do you want to join the NFL? No, not that NFL. We're talking about the National Forensics League for Speech and Debate. They will be meeting Wednesday, August 28th in room 900 by the Freshman Academy from 2:45 until 3:20. Oh, and remember, snacks will be provided.
If you are interested in being a part of Drama Club, you can attend the first meeting Wednesday, August 28th. The new meeting runs from 2:45 to 3:15 p.m. in room 416, Mrs. Maluli's room. Fun and games shall ensue.
Any girl interested in playing basketball this year should attend an informative meeting today at 2:50 p.m. in room 523.
Going to the football game tonight and not sure what to wear? Check this clip out featuring the new student section athletic t-shirts, which are on sale now.
Hey Homestead, Casey Stanley here reporting for HHS In Depth, and the new 2013-2014 Spirit Wear is in for the school year. You can buy your very own student section t-shirt for $10 in the athletic office. You can wear them to any Homestead event, not just athletic events. Also, Maggie Reeser has designed a blackout themed t-shirt, which will be on sale soon, so be on the lookout for those as well. But before the big game tonight, head into the athletic office and buy your new student section t-shirt. For HHS In Depth, I'm Casey Stanley. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Casey. Well, that wraps up the inaugural edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Bailey Hauser.
And I'm Drake White.
Have a great weekend and hope to see you all down in Huntington for tonight's big game at 8 o'clock.